The night is quiet, but the drama, oh darling, it's never been louder. You may have forgotten all about your favorite nighttime soaps, but Miss Kane, she never did. She's been watching all the affairs, the betrayals, and the big hair, and now she's here to tell you everything you missed, or perhaps just forgot. This is Drama After Dark. Slip into something comfortable, and let's catch you up.
Don't just watch the scandal, darling. Subscribe and join the drama every Friday.
All right, loves, I'm Miss Kane. And yes, I did watch these nighttime soaps as a kid. Back then, I didn't fully understand what I was seeing, but oh, I knew it was juicy. Now I'm all grown up and watching with fresh eyes, a sharper tongue, and a whole lot more perspective. And let me tell you, the drama hits different when you actually get the schemes, the shade, and the scandal. That's why I started Drama After Dark, to relive the chaos, call out the mess, and give these iconic shows the commentary they deserve. So go ahead and pour a drink, get comfortable, and let's get into it, shall we? Well, darling, Lucy and Kit, they start their night at a disco, dancing like there's no tomorrow, no care in the whole wide world, you see. And by the time they sit down, Lucy, bless her heart, she's already got the rest of the evening all planned out, and it certainly doesn't involve coffee. Oh no. Now, when Kit, he just casually mentions that Jesus, of all people, thinks highly of her, Lucy, she takes that as a big old green light, honey. To her, it's proof, pure and simple, that she belongs in Kit's world, a world where folks live all by themselves, make their own rules, and don't have their grandparents watching their every single move. Can you believe it? Lucy, she's talking about wanting to leave Dallas for college, but she knows, oh she knows, her family's got other plans for her. Plans that probably include marriage before independence, if you catch my drift. And that idea? It doesn't seem to scare her one bit. Not at all. Kit, he tries to slow things down a little, reminding Lucy that marriage is a long, long way off. Bless his heart. But Lucy? She isn't so sure about that, darling. When Kit insists on taking her home, Lucy, she just pushes right back, asking why oh why can't she stay, and questioning what his feelings, his real feelings, truly mean. Kit, he makes it crystal clear. He cares about Lucy. He truly does. But he draws a firm line, you see. He won't do anything that might hurt her, even if Lucy isn't quite ready to hear it. Not yet, anyway. Later that night, at South Fork, Kit and Lucy say goodnight after what Lucy clearly sees as a perfect evening. She's already talking about doing it all again, calling it the best time of her life, right up until she spots her Uncle JR pulling in. Lucy immediately stiffens. Oh, she knows JR well enough to expect trouble, warning Kit that nothing irritates him more than seeing other people happy. Kit, still unaware of exactly who he's dealing with, just brushes it off. JR makes his presence known the moment he arrives, barking orders and then turning his attention to the couple. He greets Kit with polite sarcasm, asserting control without ever raising his voice. On the surface, he plays the gracious uncle, telling them not to let him interrupt their fun. But once JR walks away, the tension, darling, it just lingers. Kit quickly realizes Lucy wasn't exaggerating, while Lucy is left stunned by just how effortlessly JR can shift the mood and the balance of power in a single moment. Oh, JR heads upstairs and, wouldn't you know, finds Sue Ellen passed out on the bed, that bottle just sitting there on the nightstand beside her. He doesn't wake her, no, doesn't even check on her. He just stands there, taking it all in, like it's some kind of confirmation, darling. Then he picks up the bottle, pours what's left into a glass, and drinks it in one swallow. No hesitation, no pleasure, mind you, just control. Glass still in hand, JR looks back at Sue Ellen, not with concern, oh no, but with such irritation, such disgust. Whatever this is to her, to him, well, it's just weakness. And the moment, it just hangs there, doesn't it? JR standing. Sue Ellen unmoving. Morning at South Fork looks calm, at least on the surface. But darling, Bobby and Pam are already buried in work talk, while Lucy drifts in humming, still glowing from the night before. JR clocks it immediately and does what he does best. Pokes, darling. He comments on how late she was out, brings up Kit by name, and disguises judgment as concern. Lucy pushes back, but it's clear he's getting under her skin. When Lucy suddenly loses her appetite and asks Pound to take her to school, it's not about breakfast, it's about getting out. JR follows her anyway, switching gears and suggesting a family dinner, presenting Kit as a much the Ewings can approve of. Lucy agrees, but the excitement isn't real. Calm notices and later reminds Lucy not to let JR get inside her head. Lucy finally admits the truth. She's in love with Kit, and for the first time she's afraid that might not be enough. Back at the table, the adults start turning Lucy's feelings into strategy. Miss Ellie shuts it down immediately, and Jock backs her up. If Lucy doesn't want to get married, then she doesn't have to, period. Oh, honey, dinner with JR and Sue Ellen? It looks perfectly civilized, darling. Polite conversation, compliments, and just enough charm to make it feel, well, normal. But that control, it's still there, isn't it? Quietly running the whole table. JR, bless his heart, he zeroes in on Kit, steering the conversation right toward family, work, and, of course, oil. Then Lucy, bless her, steps in to soften it, framing Kit as different, creative, thoughtful, someone who once wanted more than just the family business. And Kit, he plays along beautifully, explaining that working with his father, well, it keeps him grounded in real life. But then, darling, Sue Ellen, she punctures the mood with a dry comment about JR's real love being money. And JR? He doesn't even argue, he just owns it. Oh, and when a drink reaches the table, Sue Ellen barely touches it before JR intercepts it, smiling as he takes control. Classic, isn't it? Lucy, she tries to keep things light, worried the men will drift into business. JR reassures her. Then, darling, he surprises everyone by playing the generous uncle. He suggests he and Sue Ellen leave early, sends Lucy and Kit out dancing, and insists it's all on him. Once they're alone, Kit, he admits JR isn't the ogre he expected, and Lucy, well, she takes that as a win. The leaving approval matters. Kit says he likes her, genuinely, and Lucy, she makes one thing crystal clear. Darling, family approval won't decide her life. At the main wearing offices, darling, the tension between Kit and his father is simply palpable, polite, controlled, and oh so loaded. They start with work, trading updates and subtle jabs that make it clear this relationship has taken real effort just to even reach this point. Everything shifts, though, when an invitation from the Ewings arrives. Kit grows evasive. His father, of course, notices. And suddenly the conversation isn't about oil anymore. It's about Lucy. Mr. Mainwaring admits something rather rare. For a long time, he thought Kit was going nowhere. Too much drinking, gambling, and running. But over the past year, Kit has changed. And his father is, well, proud of the man he's becoming. Naturally, he wonders how much of that has to do with Lucy. Kit shuts it down fast. Honey, he says he's seeing Lucy because he enjoys her, not because he's planning anything serious, and asks his father not to turn it into something bigger. Mr. Mainwaring listens, then calmly ignores the boundary. He admits he dislikes the Ewings, especially JR, but he's willing to overlook all of it if Kit decides to marry Lucy. Nothing, he says, would make him and Kit's mother happier than seeing him settled. Kit doesn't argue, but the expectation is already hanging in the air, isn't it? At the Ewing party, JR hangs back, admiring Lucy and Kit like a match he personally approved, darling. Miss Ellie notices how young Lucy still is, but Jock brushes off the concern, saying there's no reason to worry yet. Across the room, Sue Ellen, bless her heart, is already pushing her limits. Restless, tipsy, and tired of being good, she flirts until Pam and Miss Ellie step in to stop it. Sue Ellen resists, irritated at being managed, even as she comes apart in public. Oh, the drama! Lucy, meanwhile, is absolutely glowing. She shares a warm moment with Ray, who immediately sees the truth written all over her face. Lucy admits she's madly in love with Kit and believes he loves her too. Ray is genuinely happy for her, But the moment Lucy spots Kit with his parents, her focus shifts. She excuses herself from Ray without hesitation and heads straight back to Kit. From a distance, Robbie notices Kit watching it all unfold. He reassures him there's nothing to be jealous of, then offers a quiet warning. If Kit isn't serious, it's better to walk away now before Lucy gets hurt. Kit listens, thanks him, and turns to greet his parents, while Lucy, bless her heart, moves closer, hopeful and all in. Oh, darling, Lucy, she's just quickly folded into Kit's family circle. And his parents, well, they don't hide their approval, do they? Compliments come so easily. And Kit's father, he just pulls Lucy onto the dance floor like she already belongs there. And Lucy, she is simply glowing, flattered, thrilled, completely swept up in the moment, you see. Around the room, people are watching. Oh yes, they are. Bobby and Pam, they see it ever so clearly. Lucy, she's all in, isn't she? Cam admits she'd be happier for Lucy if it didn't also make JR so happy. Which tells you exactly, darling, how this is landing. When Kit, bless his heart, cuts in to dance with Lucy, the mood, it just shifts. This isn't casual anymore. No. This is happening in front of everyone. Family, friends, and expectations, all rolled into one. JR, he immediately turns his attention to Kit's father, already imagining the possibilities. While Kit's father, well, he stays more cautious, doesn't he? Then Kit, he makes his move, right there on the dance floor. Lucy lets out a joyful shriek, overwhelmed and euphoric. She doesn't hesitate for a second, not one. Lucy pulls away, barely able to contain herself, and announces it to the entire room. Kit has asked her to marry him, and she said yes. Can you believe it, darling? She said yes. The very next morning, darling, Lucy's engagement. Oh, it splashed all across the newspaper. Her smile, frozen in print before she's even had a chance to, catch up with it. She studies the photo, trying to see herself in it, while Miss Ellie, bless her heart, tells her she looks beautiful. And then, Sue Ellen, she just immediately takes over, talking about South Fork weddings, white orchids, and, darling, hundreds of guests. Lucy, she tries to pull it back to what she and Kit actually want. Something small. Just family, But, alas, the plans are already shifting right out of her control. JR calls it responsibility. Social responsibility. Ewing responsibility, darling. Lucy pushes again, insisting her parents simply must be there. And Miss Ellie, well, she steps in to make sure that happens. As Lucy gets ready to leave for Dallas, JR brings up the car she's been wanting, not as a gift just yet, but as a promise. Lucy, she stops him. Oh, she knows exactly why he's so happy about her engagement. It isn't because she's happy, no. It's because of what he expects to gain from her marriage. JR, he doesn't even deny it. Darling, he tells her she's getting what she wants and suggests she shouldn't fault him for being pleased. For now, he hands her the keys to his own car and lets her drive it into Dallas, a gesture that feels generous, but still, oh, so very much on his terms.
The drama sparkles best when you're part of it. Subscribe and stay close, like a whispered secret. Leave a comment, tell us what has you gasping, because every scandal deserves an audience.
Back in his office, JR meets with the cartel again. But this time, the balance of power has shifted, and oh, he knows it. The conversation turns to oil refineries, and JR makes it crystal clear he has no intention of repeating himself or negotiating on their terms. The men lay out what they know. Mainwaring Oil is moving forward with a refinery on the Gulf. The environmental study is filed, and Cliff Barnes is on board. JR confirms it without hesitation. That refinery is happening, darling. And that's exactly why JR shut their plans down in the first place. He explains it plainly. There's no chance the OLM will approve 2 new refineries, not with him tied to one of them. The message is clear. Mainwaring isn't the obstacle. Competition is. When they question whether he's siding with Mainwaring, JR doesn't deny it. Instead, he points out the real problem. He isn't getting the cooperation he expects. And since this meeting has already taken too much of his precious time, he ends it on his schedule, leaving them sitting there to think it over. Once JR is gone, the mood shifts. The men admit what JR already knows. If they want that refinery, they'll need Mainwaring. And whether they like it or not, they'll need JR too. Back at the disco, Lucy and Kit, darling, they pick up right where they left off, tearing up that dance floor like nothing else in the world matters. And Bobby and Pam? Oh, they're there too, watching with a mix of affection, bless their hearts, and, well, a cautious approval. Bobby, he even admits the more he sees of Kit, the more he likes him, brushing off those old rumors as a rich kid, finally settling down. Can you believe it? Then when Bobby and Pam head back onto the floor, Lucy and Kit take a little break. Lucy, she's breathless and just so happy, absolutely swimming in her feelings. That's when an old friend of Kit's stops by, a little reminder that Kit, honey, had a whole life before her. Lucy clocks it immediately, notes he's good-looking, and tries to laugh it off. But oh, that moment. It just lingers, doesn't it? Later that night, back at Kit's place, the mood, it just shifts, you see. The flirting, it fades. And things, they go further than they ever have before. Lucy, she's nervous, but she's so certain, admitting how much this moment means to her, not as some silly fantasy, but as something real. And Kit, he tells her he loves her, but still, he draws a line. As intense as the night has been, he insists on taking her home. Lucy, she agrees, knowing something has changed, and, bless her heart, believing it's changed for good. Bobby's workday, darling, is interrupted when Kit shows up unannounced. Clearly shaken, and quite out of place, I must say. This isn't a social visit. Oh no, Kit needs advice, and fast. When Bobby assumes it's more of those Lucy-related nerves, Kit stops him cold. Kit tells Bobby the wedding has to be called off. Not because he's scared, not because he's unsure, but because he just can't go through with it. Bobby pushes for a reason, knowing exactly what this will do to poor Lucy. But Kit asks him to take his word for it. This marriage would be all wrong. Then, darling, Kit says it out loud. He tells Bobby he's a homosexual. The room goes quiet, you see. Bobby is stunned, struggling to process it, and Kit just keeps going before he can be stopped. Kit admits the relationship with Lucy started as a way to clean up his image. Then it became real. He grew to love her and hoped, genuinely, that loving her would change him. Sleeping with Lucy didn't change a thing. It only confirmed what he already knew. Marrying her would be so unfair, and he refuses to do that to her. Bobby doesn't sugarcoat it, no, he doesn't. No matter what Kit says or how gently he says it, Lucy is going to be absolutely devastated. Bobby believes him, but he's furious that Lucy ever got pulled into this mess at all. In the end, there's nothing Bobby can do, is there? This is Kit's truth, and it's a mess he has to face on his own. Oh, Lucy, bless her heart, is in full-on bride mode, darling, happily showing off all her engagement gifts to Sue Ellen's friends, just gushing about how in love she and Kit are, like it's the most natural thing in the world. She's simply glowing, so proud, and absolutely certain this is forever. Then, Sue Ellen finally arrives, and nearly goes down in the process. Dizzy and unsteady, she just brushes it off, admitting, oh, pregnancy doesn't agree with me. But, honey, she refuses to slow down. Rusting has just worn thin, you see. The women regroup, darling, and head out anyway, pushing forward like absolutely nothing happened. Now, at JR's office, it's all business, you know. Mr. Mainwaring is there to discuss what JR now calls family business. JR wants a partnership in the Gulf refinery, and he lays it out plainly. Money isn't the issue, no, darling. Leverage is. They reach an agreement, and Mr. Mainwaring leaves, promising the lawyers will follow up. And only after he's gone does Bobby finally speak freely. Bobby tells JR, the wedding isn't happening. Kit is calling it off. But JR, oh, he refuses to hear it. Too much is riding on this deal, he says. Bobby reminds him, this is Lucy's life, not a bargaining chip. JR dismisses that entirely. making it clear he's known the truth about Kit all along and believes Lucy will be fine. And that, darling, is the moment Bobby sees it clearly. This isn't protection. Oh no, honey, it's control. Kit's on the phone with Lucy, casually inviting her over. Oh, she's excited, still in love, still believing everything between them is solid. To her, this is just another step forward, darling. Moments later, JR shows up, unannounced and intentional. Mind you, the moment he knows the engagement is in danger. Kit is polite, but guarded. JR settles in easily, asking for a drink and admiring the place like he owns it. Then, he gets to the point. Bobby told him Kit plans to call off the wedding. Kit says the decision is made. It's what's best for him and for Lucy. JR counters with emotion first, reminding him how deeply Lucy is in love, and how badly this will hurt her. When that doesn't work, JR pivots. Honey. He reframes Lucy as a solution, a stabilizer, a good woman who could keep Kit on the right path. The implication is clear even before JR confirms it. He's known the truth about Kit for a long time and has no intention of telling anyone. This isn't concern, darling. It's leverage. JR makes the offer plainly. Silence, protection, and family loyalty in exchange for the wedding going forward. Kit names it immediately. The price of silence. JR doesn't deny it. He says it would make him very happy. And as for Lucy, JR insists she'd be the happiest girl in the world, even if the life being planned for her is built on a lie. Lucy, bless her heart, shows up at Kit's place just buzzing with excitement, talking so fast and dreaming out loud, darling. She's borrowing Jock's car, being offered one for graduation, and imagining college, marriage, and a whole future she's already mapped out. To her, everything is finally lining up, you see. But Kit, oh, he just can't keep up. He tries to slow the moment, but Lucy, she just keeps going, planning a life that already feels decided. That's when he stops her cold. Kit tells Lucy he simply can't marry her. At first, she thinks it's nerves, then she thinks it's a lie. But Kit finally tells her the truth, clearly and without softening it, mind you. He explains who Sam really was, who he is, and why loving Lucy didn't change that, no matter how much he hoped it would. Lucy doesn't break right away, no. She tries to fix it, offering herself as the solution. If loving him means living with this truth, she thinks she can do it. But Kit won't let her. He tells her he won't change or keep pretending. Loving her helped him understand himself. But marrying her? Oh, that would only hurt her more. Then, darling, it gets worse. Bobby knows. And JR? Well, he's always known. And JR won't let this end quietly. Not him. Lucy absorbs it. She steadies herself and promises there won't be a scandal. She even asks if they might see each other again someday. Kit says yes, but not yet. And Lucy, bless her soul, finally admits what she already knows. This isn't going to stop hurting anytime soon. Oh, JR arrives at South Fork, feeling quite untouchable, doesn't he? The main wearing deal, moving right along, the cartel's quiet. And from his point of view, everything is just exactly where he wants it. And Jock, bless his heart, he agrees. This is the kind of partnership they've needed. Then, Bobby and Pam, they arrive next, bringing all that tension right along with them, darling. When Jock mentions lending Lucy his car, JR just treats it like proof that young love is still on track, even floating the idea of buying Lucy a car for her graduation. Can you believe it? And then, Sue Ellen and the ladies arrive, brushing past concern over Sue Ellen's dizzy spells. The house fills so quickly, the mood just hovering between polite and expectant. Then Lucy comes home, and she doesn't hesitate, not one bit. She tells them the wedding is off. JR tries to overrule her, insisting she'll change her mind. But Miss Ellie, oh, she steps in and shuts that right down. Lucy explains herself, so carefully, protecting Kit and taking the blame, saying he was too jealous and she isn't ready to settle down. JR keeps pushing until Jock steps in and makes it clear this is Lucy's decision. If she doesn't want to get married, well, she doesn't have to. End of discussion. Lucy excuses herself and goes inside. Bobby follows, telling her how brave she was. Lucy finally breaks, asking why it hurts so much and when it will stop. Bobby is honest. Not for a while, but it will.
Well, wasn't that deliciously messy? Miss Kane walked you through the drama, and trust me, the secrets are just starting to spill. But don't think it's over, darling. There's always another scandal waiting in the shadows. This has been Drama After Dark. Until next time, we'll be watching. We you.